Hey everybody, this is the OMAD Dad. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, a channel that is dedicated to living the OMAD lifestyle, or eating one meal a day. Well, today I have another book review for you. I think you're going to really like this one because I could not put this one down, and again, not OMAD-specific, but for those of us who are on OMAD and who are trying to clean up our diets in any way, or who are real foodies such as myself, I think this is another book that you really must read. And this book is called Real Food, Fake Food by Larry Olmsted, and its subtitle is Why You Don't Know What You're Eating and What You Can Do About It. Now, this book doesn't talk about fake ingredients, for example, like maybe aspartame or artificial sweeteners or different food additives that you may find in your book. This focuses on some of the world's most sought after and best foods, some real high-end stuff that are often counterfeit or not what it claims to be. And this is a problem for us because this was eye-opening to me, even as a chef, considering that you buy certain things and we look at the labels real quick. We're in a hurry, we're in the store, and we think, well, I'm just going to grab this Parmesan cheese, I'm just going to grab this olive oil, or whatever I'm getting, and we just trust that the store that's selling it to us is giving us what we think we're getting. But often what we see is that it's not, and unfortunately we end up wasting a lot of money or eating and consuming things that are just really not safe and are not healthy for us. And I'm going to read a little bit off the back here just to give you an idea of some of the topics that this goes over. Larry Olmsted talks about like Kobe beef, for example, which is a really highly sought after delicacy, amazing beef that comes from Japan. And I'm starting to see a lot of this in the shelves in even my local grocery store now, and it'll say American Kobe beef or Wagyu beef. And he gives a figure that more than 99% of all of this that's sold in this country is fake. It's not actually true Kobe beef. And what I love about this book is that he'll take each topic, say Kobe beef, or as we'll see later, Parmesan cheese or whatever. He shows you what goes into making it what it is. He describes in detail the process of the cattle in Japan that are selected, and the amount of security and the type of buildings that these cattle are housed in, and how they are raised, and how in almost every instance is particularly where in other countries particularly. There's official government mandates on how, and government rules on how the products are handled and how they can be labeled, so that it can be you're actually getting what you claim to be. Most of what you see, for example, for Kobe beef in this country is American Kobe, and you don't even really know if you're getting the right breed of cattle, and most of it is ground up. The truth is that true Kobe beef from Japan, which comes from a very small amount of prefectures, excuse me, is very, very expensive. You're talking about a couple of ounce pieces. If you actually were able to get it in a restaurant, you'd probably spend close to $100 on it. It's really hard. So mostly what they do is they get American style Kobe beef around here, and thanks to which you'll see all throughout the book, American labeling laws, we're pretty much able to a lot of these big companies let just about anything slide by. Here's another one, Parmesan cheese. Most of the Parmesan cheese that you get in this country, whether it's grated, whether it's whole, is cheap. It's a cheap grade. It costs you a lot of money, and is for the most part fake. True Parmesan cheese, Parmigiano-Reggiano, comes from the Parma area in Italy. There is a whole entire process. It takes excuse me, almost 2 years for it to truly age. And again, the government has specific guidelines on how it's supposed to be. So what you end up with in this country is American style, a version of it, which I've tasted both, and there is a huge difference. Yes, Parmigiano-Reggiano, if you can find it and it's authentic, could be upwards of $15 a pound, maybe even 20. But it is night and day. The stuff that we have in the shaker cheese jars here in America has no taste, and is crap in comparison. It talks about a lot of, and I'm going to make a separate video about this topic, because for those of us who are trying to clean up our diet or seek out better quality food, there's a lot of food terms that they mention, that like wild caught, heritage breed, dry aged, organic. A lot of these food terms, because of American labeling laws, can have such a wide range of meaning, and there's so many ways to kind of skirt around it, that companies can put these labels on a package of food and you think you're getting one thing, but you're actually not. Extra virgin olive oil is another big one. I know that fat, fiber, and protein is something that I like to incorporate and make into my meal, and I like that it's a really good healthy olive oil. But most of the olive oil that you get in the grocery store is, you think is extra virgin olive oil, but some of it is not. Some of it's actually blended with other oils, lesser grade oils. Some of it is half rancid. There is a date on the bottle that you have to look at, and the store isn't selling the particular type of bottle that often. It can sit on there for a long time, and many grocery store owners won't even look at it. It doesn't always come from the country of origin that you think it is. A lot of this olive oil, you think it's an Italian olive oil, and then you read the back, or you actually find out that it's from, say, like Tunisia, other places around Europe. You often don't know exactly where it's coming from. I particularly like California olive oil. I think it tastes better than the European ones, and particularly Italy and sorry guys, especially in Greek. I love American California olive oil. There is a company that I use exclusively, and I know that it's a great tasting olive oil, and I know where it comes from, so I can't complain. Sushi. DNA testing was used to compare the fish that menus offered with the actual species brought to the table in many New York City sushi restaurants. There was a big study done, and in the largest study, almost 100% of the restaurants had lied. And I liken this to the fact that most restaurants go by their purveyors and their vendors, and if their vendors are telling them, hey, we have authentic tuna, or we have really high grade of this or that, they believe them and they just order it, and not knowingly get something that's not really what it's advertised to be. And a third of the seafood sold in this country is intentionally mislabeled, especially when you get in those frozen little packets at the store with a nice little colorful display on there, and you don't actually even get to see the fish. You really don't know what you're getting. Another caveat for all you fish lovers out there too is Larry also goes into talking about how most shrimp that we here in this country is raised. Most of it is raised in some third world nasty swamp, and it's brought to other countries and then shipped over to here. Most of the red snapper, for example, that you get here in America is fake. It's a different breed of fish being passed off as red snapper. So again, there are a lot of topics in this book, and he talks about of the things that are made by hand. He talks about how they go, what the process is, how it goes about it, what the standards are in other countries, which is something I think our government should do too. We should, but like the French baguette, for example, in France, the baguette has to have flour, water, salt, yeast. That's it. That's a French baguette. Yes, you can make sourdough starters, but it's with those same ingredients. And the French baguette is it's kind of a tourist attraction for them. It's a staple they don't want you getting something, having it called one thing and having it be totally different. And I kind of respect that in a way, especially as a chef, and I think we need more of that in this country as well. But I think this is a really great read for those who are trying to seek out really high quality ingredients, or people who, again, are trying to clean up their diet and who are spending a good amount of money buying ingredients. You want to make sure that you're getting what you're paying for, and you want to make sure that you're getting something that's healthy. And I'm going to leave it at that. Again, I do recommend this book, and what are your thoughts? I would like to know what some of your thoughts are. If maybe you've read this book or you're thinking about it, and what do you? Hopefully, these are helping you. So that is it for me for today. I'm going to be back again soon with more OMAD-specific topics, and but I hope in the meantime that some of the book reviews add a little something to your OMAD experience, especially if you pick them up and read them. I think you'll get something out of it. So that is it for me today. I want to thank you for listening. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons if you like this video, so that you can be posted and when we release more. And stop by the official OMAD Dad group page, send me a message, and we'll get you in there. We have a lot more content. I post a lot of articles. I got a lot of new people that have signed on. Hello to all of you. And yeah, that is it for me for today. So happy OMAD, and have a great day.